What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Chuds BBQ. My name is Brother Robinson, and today I'm going to show you how I made these beautiful, porky, smoky,
what was it? Pork short ribs.
delicious pork short ribs. Coming up. Typically when we're talking about pork ribs, we're talking about baby back or loin back ribs or belly ribs, aka spare ribs, which can then be trimmed down into St. Louis cut ribs. But there's one other type of rib that you may not have heard of, which is the pork short rib. When you're breaking down a hog, you're splitting off the shoulder between ribs 3 and 4, meaning the bottom side of every pork shoulder has 3 ribs on there, and that is what's known as the pork short rib. They're pretty small ribs, but they're incredibly meaty, and it's basically pork shoulder on a bone. So that being said, today we're going to be cooking up some pork short ribs, and it is going to be delicious. These are pork short ribs. Look at these meaty bastards. There's no way that's not gonna be good. But to season these up today, we're gonna keep it pretty classic, pretty simple with good old-fashioned chud rub. This is just an all-purpose rub that I make from time to time. Basically salt, pepper, paprika, the typical rub suspects. And I was gonna give some of this away for this week's Patreon giveaway, but I got something better. For this week's giveaway, I've got a spot available for the Leroy and Lewis New School Barbecue University. It's a 3-day barbecue class where we're gonna break down a pig, make sausage, trim briskets, cook briskets, eat a whole bunch of good food. So if you wanna come hang out with me on this set and the whole gang down at Leroy and Lewis on the food truck, on the smoker, this is your last chance because the class is completely sold out except for one spot that I'm giving away very soon. So if you want to win that ticket, all you have to do is be a Patreon member at patreon.com/ChudsBBQ. Each tier gives you another chance to win. So tier 1 is 1 vote, tier 2 is 2 votes, and tier 3 is 3 votes. Hope to see you there. We're just gonna go with a nice heavy coating. No binders, we're not gonna remove the membrane, anything like that. Super simple cook. And don't forget your edges, folks. Very nice. I think they're ready to hit the pit. Oh, yeah. There's a snake in my boot. We're gonna rock this pit right at 275, maybe upwards of 300 degrees for the next few hours. On the pit they go. Man, I bet these would be really good on a mini chud box. Ooh. If you're anything like me, I'm a visual learner. Over the last 10 years, all the major skills I've acquired, whether it's cooking, welding, photography, filmmaking, all came from watching online videos and tutorials, much like the sponsor of this week's video, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes to help you explore your passions and creativity. They have a variety of topics including illustration, design, photography, business, freelancing, you name it. And they're not just tutorials. They're comprehensive classes designed for educational purposes, not just entertainment. Meaning there's no ads and they're always updating their list of classes to help you explore whatever it is you're interested in. Members get unlimited access to thousands of classes with hands-on projects and homework from people that really know what they're talking about. I've actually been a member of Skillshare for the last few months prior to them reaching out, and I took some classes on starting a business, which really helped me out. I also took some classes on food photography, and browsing through their newest classes, I found one that I'm definitely going to take called Email Productivity. Work smarter with your inbox. Because as you can imagine, I spend most of my time answering email after email, and I need to be a little more efficient about it. So if you're in the market to pick up some new skills or some new techniques, click the link in the description taking you to Skillshare.com. The first 1,000 people to click that link will get a free trial to Skillshare Premium, and after that, Skillshare is less than $10 a month for an annual subscription. So again, click the link in the description of this video. First 1,000 of you who do will get a free trial to Skillshare Premium. Thank you, Skillshare. We're about 2 hours into this rib cook, and let's see how they are looking. Ooh, nice and plump. I'm gonna go through and flip these over just to make sure that underside gets nice and crisped up and everything's cooking evenly. Man, these are beefy. Well, porky. Let these go for another hour or so and we'll check back in and see how they are looking. 1 hour later, these membranes are looking nice and crispy. Perfectly edible, perfectly bite through. Let's see how the other side's looking. Ooh, how you doing? Yeah, that's looking pretty good to me. Ow, that's hot. I'm gonna let these go for another 15-20 minutes and then we're gonna wrap them up. Ooh, those look good. Coming off. And again, I'm just gonna flip these over, meat side down, like on every other rack of ribs, and I'm just gonna wrap these up. No special sauces or rubs or butters or anything. I just wanna see how these taste. back on the pit these go. Meat side down, fully wrapped in foil until they are incredibly tender and delicious. About an hour later, these are coming off the pit. Beauty of foil. Everything steams, cooks really quick. Look at all that rendered fat we got in there. Nothing wrong with that. I know these are done because when I poke them, there's zero resistance. Get that nice jiggle to them. Reading right at 205 internal temp. So I'm gonna let these rest for a little bit, and then we'll finish them off. One rest later, these things are feeling nice and tender. Ooh, might as well hit it with a little bit of extra juice, right? And you could enjoy these just as they are, but I'm gonna hit them with a little bit of sauce. Today we're going with Leroy & Lewis beet, but actually this is the coming soon Leroy & Lewis mustard sauce. Rub that in. And you could pop these right back on the smoker at this point and let that tack up, but I think that's gonna be pretty damn tasty. Nice and meaty. I think it's time to dive into the big, thick boy. Always from behind, fellas. Between the bones. That is a meaty rib. Nice and juicy, nice and smoky. Ow. Oh, that's actually really good. All right, Nathan, have you ever had a pork short rib before?
I'm not.
What do you think?
It's delicious.
It's just like a super meaty baby back. Nothing wrong with that. It really is like pulled pork on a bone.
Yeah, it's richer in a way, right?
Ow. Thick and meaty.
So you can't buy these anywhere. You have to butcher them yourself.
I got these online, actually. You can find them. I've never seen them in a store,
Oh, okay.
but I got them online. These are from Berkshire Pigs.
Oh, okay.
So
it already is.
pretty
Yeah.
top-notch
Gotcha,
stuff.
Gotcha.
But if we pulled these off of the peaceful pork hogs we get, they'd be real good. If we did these on the Chud box, it would be a bone-in pork steak. Easily. We could probably do that. But I felt bad. I hadn't fired up the old offset in a while.
All right, one more rib, one more beer, and I'm done. I promise. I'll get out of here.
Twist my arm.
What's the most you've ever eaten while filming this segment?
Ooh, sometimes it's mostly the dirty stuff, right? It's something really sticky where it's
Yeah.
like, I need to wash my hands before I touch the camera again.
Yeah.
It's like, if I'm gonna wash my hands, I'm gonna get the most out of it.
Yeah. So good.
When do you reckon the sauce will be hitting the store?
We're probably a few months out. Gotta get our ducks in a row and get it lined up for some retail accounts.
Ooh. All right, y'all, and that is it. That is how to smoke some delicious pork spare ribs. I keep wanting to call them pork chuck ribs because I think that makes a little bit more sense anatomically. But either way, if you see them, I highly recommend picking them up. They're a really fun cut, nice and meaty, really tender, and it's always fun to add something new or different to your smoking schedule. If you haven't noticed, I've been getting progressively sicker as this video goes on. But, promise, I'm good. It's not the vid. Papa Chud is vaccinated. But if you enjoyed this video, please let me know by hitting that subscribe button. I do appreciate it. Consider joining the Chuds BBQ Patreon. You'll get a bunch of behind-the-scenes footage, bonus content, and giveaways. And like I mentioned, this week's giveaway is a ticket to the Leroy & Lewis New School Barbecue University this June. Should be a lot of fun. I'm super excited to hang out with all you guys, make some delicious food, and teach you everything that we know, and show you exactly how we do it. So I'll be picking a winner for that in the next week or two. But until then, if you do give this recipe a try for yourself, be sure to let me know on Instagram. I love to see what y'all are cooking. Head over to ChudsBBQ.com for all pit inquiries, wait lists, specs, prices, all that good stuff. And until the next time I see you, please go cook something outside. Peace!